A girl sends a text to her sister from a hotel party at 1:30 in the morning. It's nothing, just a normal message. A few hours later, her friends call her mom and say they can't find her. By the time anyone starts properly looking, she's already been alone in that hotel for hours. Kenneka Jenkins is 19 years old and grows up on the west side of Chicago. She's close with her mom, Teresa, close enough that when Teresa has surgery for breast cancer earlier that year, Kenneka is the one taking care of her. She's just landed a job at a nursing home and is in a good place. On the night of September 8th, 2017, she tells her mom she's going bowling with friends and then to a movie. She borrows the car and heads out around 11 p.m. But she doesn't go bowling. She and her friends end up at a party on the 9th floor of the Crowne Plaza Hotel near Chicago O'Hare Airport. From the Snapchat and Facebook Live videos being posted throughout the night, it's pretty clear the girls are drinking, and some of the guys at the party are being aggressive and making them uncomfortable. At 1:30 in the morning, Kenneka sends a text to her sister. Nobody knows it at the time, but that's the last message her family will ever get from her. At around 3 a.m., the group decides to leave. When they get to the lobby, Kenneka realizes she's left her phone and keys up in the room. Her friends go back to get them and leave her alone in the corridor. They're gone maybe 10 to 15 minutes. When they come back, she's nowhere to be found. What follows becomes one of the most talked about cases the internet ever gets hold of. The friends call Teresa around 4 a.m. and she drives straight to the hotel. When she asks to see the security footage, the hotel tells her she needs to file a missing persons report first, so her older daughter, Leonore, files the report. Then they wait. Hours pass. Family members go floor by floor, knocking on guest rooms trying to find Kenneka themselves. A hotel employee calls 911 to complain about them doing it. It isn't until that night, after police start properly reviewing the footage, that they spot Kenneka on camera staggering through the corridors, clearly disoriented and heavily intoxicated, alone in every shot. The footage shows her eventually making her way into an unused part of the hotel near a kitchen area. The freezer door itself isn't visible on any of the cameras. A hotel employee finds Kenneka's body inside the walk-in freezer just after midnight on September 10th, nearly 24 hours after she went missing. She's face down with one shoe off and no signs of physical trauma other than a small cut on her foot. The medical examiner rules her death an accident caused by hypothermia, with alcohol and a medication called topiramate listed as contributing factors. Her blood alcohol is 0.112, and topiramate, a drug used for epilepsy and migraines that she has never been prescribed, is found in her system. How it gets there is never fully answered. Her family never accepts the accident ruling, and Teresa files a lawsuit against the hotel, arguing that if anyone had been properly monitoring the cameras, they could have found Kenneka in time. The lawsuit settles in 2023, with the family receiving more than $6 million. But exactly what happened to Kenneka in those hours is never answered to Teresa's satisfaction. In one of the texts investigators find from that night, a friend messages someone else saying Kenneka is drunk and missing. The reply comes back, "Find Kenneka. I can't believe y'all lost her." By the time anyone understands how serious things are, it's already too late. Samantha Josephson's story is different in almost every way, except for the part where nobody realizes something is wrong until it's far too late. Samantha is 21, a senior at the University of South Carolina studying political science and a few months away from graduating. Her parents describe her as the kind of person who can become best friends with a stranger in 10 minutes. She has a boyfriend named Greg, a close group of friends, and her whole future lined up in front of her. On the night of March 28, 2019, she's having a hard day and goes out with friends to a bar called The Bird Dog in Columbia's Five Points area. She's a bit quiet that night, keeps checking her phone and texting Greg throughout the evening. Just after 2 a.m., she decides to head home and orders an Uber. What she doesn't know is that someone has already been watching her. Surveillance footage shows a black Chevrolet Impala circling the block outside the bar. At 2:09 a.m., it pulls up just as Samantha steps outside. She gets in without hesitation, because she has no reason not to. It's dark, it's a black car, and she's just ordered a ride. The one thing that would have saved her life, checking the driver's name and license plate in the app before getting in, isn't something most people think to do back then. The driver is a 27-year-old named Nathaniel Rowland. The moment she gets in, he activates the child locks, so the back doors can only be opened from outside. Samantha is trapped. Back at the bar, Samantha's real Uber driver waits and then cancels the ride when nobody comes out. Meanwhile, her boyfriend Greg is watching her location move the wrong way on the Find My Friends app they share. He tries calling, voicemail, he tries texting, no read receipt. Her location keeps moving further from her apartment until just before 2:40 a.m. when her phone goes completely offline. Greg stays up until 5 a.m., hoping there's some explanation. There isn't. The next morning, Samantha hasn't shown up for work. Her roommate finds an email on her laptop confirming that the Uber has been canceled. Friends check the bar's security footage and see her getting into a car that isn't her ride. They file a missing persons report. That same afternoon, turkey hunters find a body in a field off a dirt road in Clarendon County, about 65 miles from the bar. It's Samantha. She has been stabbed more than 120 times. Police arrest Nathaniel Rowland the next day when an officer spots him in the same black Impala. Inside the car, they find Samantha's phone and her blood, along with bleach and cleaning wipes. He had tried to use her debit card at an ATM multiple times that night. Every attempt fails. He's convicted of murder and kidnapping in 2021 after just 1 hour of jury deliberation and sentenced to life in prison. Samantha's parents start a foundation called What's My Name, dedicated to teaching people how to properly verify a rideshare before getting in. Her name is now part of safety campaigns all over the country, which is a heartbreaking way to be remembered, but also a meaningful one. Both of these cases are a reminder of how quickly things can go wrong on a night that starts out as completely ordinary. Have you or anyone you know experienced a close call on a night out? Drop your experiences in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe while you're there.